Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of, I was going to say Nemesis, Samaritan. This is the latest Sylvester Stallone movie that came on Amazon Prime. I watched it today. I was looking forward to it after I saw the trailer. And it's basically the story about about the superhero that 20 years ago, him and his brother had this big climactic battle. If you watch it, I don't want to spoil it, but it's basically the story about these two twin boys who grew up. They were basically like Wolverine. They couldn't be hurt. They had super strength and all that stuff. And one became a hero, and one wanted revenge. And they battled against each other, and and then they both supposedly died in a big explosion. Okay, and it's 20 years later in Granite City, which is the place that this story takes place. And the protagonist of this story is a guy named Sam Clary. This kid I didn't realize this kid was the same kid that's in, damn, I forgot. He was in 2 movies, but I can't think of it now, but he's been around. He plays Sam Clary. He lives in this Granite City, this kind of beaten down town that's kind of going to hell in a handbasket. He lives with his mom. His father, has passed on, and he basically lives with his mom, who's a nurse, and they barely get by. And he's, he has to try to struggle to try to help, still helping stealing stuff and all that stuff, and being terrorized by the local hoods and stuff. And of course, he meets this guy named Joe Smith, played by Sylvester Stallone, who, like I said, if you've seen the trailer, he suspects is this hero called Nemesis that was around 20 years ago who helped the people, and they kind of formed this unlikely friendship. And of course, we have our bad guys in this movie. There's a guy named Cyrus who's like the leader of these, the local group of thugs and stuff, and he worships the character named Nemesis, who was Samaritan's twin brother, who both of them died. So but his character Nemesis had a hammer, and and this guy Cyrus, he worships him, and he basically wants to. He kind of looks at him as a hero for the downtrodden and stuff. And because Nemesis wanted revenge against against all the rich elite people, Cyrus kind of takes up that cause, and he wants to do that to this city as well. He finds the hammer and a police lockup, and he starts to basically terrorize the town and rise up. And of course, we have to see if Sylvester Stallone's character is Nemesis or not, whether he's gonna rise up and protect the city. That's the basic gist of the story. Okay, like I said, this is not the greatest movie of all time. This is sort of like one of those throwback, I think, 80s movies. It's sort of like that in a way, where you don't have a great script and stuff, but it has good action in it and good characters in it. Like I said, I think Sylvester Stallone was really good as the character Joe Smith, who doesn't talk much, and he kind of forms this unlikely friendship with this kid Sam Clary. And I think John Walton, he's a really good actor. That young kid, he was a really good actor. The mom character, played by Danica Polanco, she's not in the movie that much, and she doesn't really get that much character development, as her character is severely underwritten in this movie. And it's basically all about this little kid and Stallone and the bad guys. The mom is like an incidental character, to be honest, in this movie. But I liked it. It had good action in it, and there's a twist in it. Okay, and which, like I say, I won't spoil that. But I think I might do a spoiler review just to talk about that. But anyway, it's really good. It got some good action in it. And Stallone, I like Stallone always mentoring young kids and stuff. It seems like that's his kind of niche and stuff. And Stallone, I like, I like watching Stallone do these type of things. Like I said, this movie has some good action scenes and I like the whole story of Nemesis and Samaritan. I like, they kind of explain it in the beginning of the movie, and it comes back later in the movie, and I like the way they they go through it and explain it. I thought it was really good. Like I said, it's not like I said, most of the characters are underwritten again, and this is not you haven't seen before. And there's, like I said, the twist you can see kind of coming in this movie, but I still enjoyed it. And again, hopefully they'll make a sequel to it, because I really did enjoy it. Like I said, it's a throwback to one of those 80s movies. Okay, with that have horrible scripts but has good action in it, and you like certain characters in it, and that's what this movie is. It doesn't pretend to try to be an award-winning movie or stuff, but I like a Stallone's character, and I like the little kid, the young kid in this movie. I liked his character. Like I said, the mom character is basically this movie could have been without. She didn't even have to be in this movie, to be perfectly honest. That's how underwritten her character is. Okay, and the bad guy, as far as the bad guy, this bad guy, he was in Game of Thrones. He was the Theo, Theon, Theo. He was his uncle. The sailor guy. He was the crazy uncle. That's who this character is. I thought he did an okay job. He wasn't, spectacular. I mean, again, his motivations, he kind of explains it a little, his motivations in a little bit, but you kind of think this dude is completely nuts too, to be perfectly honest, in this thing. But I like that his motivation, that he worshipped this character of Nemesis that they explained in the beginning who he was, and he kind of worshipped. That's his motivation, how he gets around. And then you got these assorted side characters and stuff, the flunkies that are around, and the girl that, the main girl of the bad guy and stuff. She doesn't get much background either. But again, I like it for the action and the connection between Stallone and the young kid. Those parts of it I liked. So I would give Samaritan, I would give it a 7. And I definitely would like to see a sequel to this movie if they want to do that. So that's it. So anyway, let me know what you think of Samaritan. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions, if you check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. Always have my back. Again, my patron's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. Everything from She-Hulk to, I'm going to say Marvel, She-Hulk to WandaVision to Loki to Hawkeye to Moon Knight to What If to Obi-Wan Kenobi, Titans Doom Patrol, to Flash, Stargirl, and all 4 parts of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm also going to do Stargirl Season 3 when that starts next week. Okay, so follow link below to the page. Only $5 a month. Check it out. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.